Hello, it's Raphael again, and in this video we'll keep talking about the possessive form, but this time we're going to focus on proper nouns, which are nothing more than names. So first of all, let's have a quick review here. As we saw in the last video, the possessive of singular nouns is formed by the addition of an apostrophe and an s. So in the first example we have a girl, and she has a backpack. So we say the girl, we add apostrophe s, backpack, and we read the girl's backpack. Now, the possessive of plural nouns, except for a few irregular plurals, is formed by the addition of an apostrophe only. In this case, we have two boys, and they have a board game. So we say the boys, because there are two boys, we just add the apostrophe, the boys, board game. And what do I mean by irregular plurals? Let's say we have the word man. The plural of man with an A is man with an E. And the possessive, as it does not end in S, the possessive of the word man is man apostrophe S. Same thing with the word mouse. The plural of mouse is mice. It does not end in S. So we say mice apostrophe S. So those are irregular plurals. Now, what is the rule for names, for proper nouns? It's just the same. You add apostrophe and an S, except for a few names which we are going to talk about. But first, let's give some examples. So in the first picture, you can see Charlie. Let's say this guy is called Charlie. And Charlie has a book. So if we're talking about the book, we say Charlie, we add apostrophe S, Charlie's book. Here, in the second picture, we have Mr. John. And he's got a car. So we say Mr. John, apostrophe S, Mr. John's car. And the last one we can say Mr. Lemonis. This name ends in S, but we still keep the rule. It does not matter if it ends in S or not. So we just say Mr. Lemonis apostrophe S bake shop. But we read Mr. Lemonis's bake shop. The sound here is different. Now, if we have, on the other hand, classical or biblical names that ends in S, this is important, then we just add the apostrophe to it. So in the first picture of the second part, we have Achilles. And Achilles is a classical name, and it does end in S. So we just add the apostrophe. Achilles' sword. And now we have Jesus. Let's give a more complete example. We could say that Jesus, we add just the apostrophe, Jesus' influence is still very intense. Alright, so to sum it up, we have this table here. For common names, what is the rule? Common names, I say Rose, John, Ben, Adam. For common names, you add apostrophe S. Now for biblical or classical characters whose names end in S, like Jesus, Moses, or Achilles, you just add the apostrophe. That's all for today, and keep practicing.